guys, so for the next Excel training we're going to learn a little bit more about useful Excel formulas. The first one is VLOOKUP, and basically what this formula does is that it's going to find data that is organized vertically. Um, so if your variables are columns, this function is going to be useful. So an example of this is, what is the age of the person with ID 57564? And we have here the ID 57564, and we know that the age is 50. But let's say you have a lot of data that you want to do this for. A useful formula will be VLOOKUP. So we say VLOOKUP, and we have the first parameter is lookup value, and you can either write it out, you can either literally say 57564, or you can just select the cell. The table array is the table that you're working with, so I am just going to select this. And the column index number is a column number from which you want to get the data from. So we're interested in the age. So the age is a third column. So it will be 1, 2, 3. So I am going to write 3 here. And that is going to give me 50, which is the right age for Danny. If you're interested about, so here I left like more written explanation if you want to read it, and there's also more a little bit more information about this optional parameter, which is usually not used very much, but it's there if you want to look over it. Here is an example that you can do. So using this table, find where Danny and Tina work at. I am going to leave that to you guys to practice. The formula HLOOKUP is the same as VLOOKUP, but when your data is organized horizontally. So if you see here, the variables ID number, name, and age are in a column, and here it's so these are organized by rows, and these are organized by columns. So this is the difference between VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. In VLOOKUP, your data is organized by columns, and HLOOKUP, your data is organized in rows. So the question is, what is the age of ID 57564? So the ID 57564, we know that the name is Danny and the age is 50. But here, HLOOKUP, we can do the lookup value is this. The table array, this is my array. And my row index number. So because my data is organized horizontally, I'm going to input the row number that I want to get the value from. So here the row is the row number 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So I am going to put 3, and that is going to give me 50. And I left you guys here an example for you to practice. Another formula that can be useful is to extract the month, the day, month, and year from a date. So if I have this date, I can write, and I have this date, and I want to get the day of this date. I will say day, and I will simply click here, and it will give me the 18th. If I want to know the month, it is going to give me here 4, and if I want to know the year, I just do year, and it will give me 2019. Again, I left you guys here something that you can practice with. Another formula that is useful is unique. So this formula is used to extract the unique values in a column that you have. So for example, if I want to find the unique values in this list of numbers that I have here, I will write unique, and the first parameter is my array. So what is my array? And then it will give me the unique values, which is 999, 111, 2, and 4. And we can verify here that it's correct. For the next formula is left, mid, and right. And this is basically to extract values from a string that you have. So the parameters for the function left is basically the text that you want to extract the characters from. So I am going to select this, and the number of characters. The number of characters is starting from the left of your cell. So if I put 3 here, it's going to give me 555, because starting from the left, starting from the left, I have 1, 2, and 3. So these are my first 3 digits from the left, and if I count 3, it's gonna stop here. The right formula is similar to left, but except that it sounds counting for the right, from the right side. So if I do right, my first parameter is text, and the number of characters, if I put 4, it's gonna give me 4, 4, 4, 4. And that is because if I count from the right, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is going to give me this. Mid is very similar. So the first parameter is text. So this is my text, and this is the start number from which where I want to extract the value from. So if I want to get these 3 zeros, I will start counting 1, 2, 3. So my position is here from 3, and then the number of characters that I want is 1, 2, 3. So I want to extract 3 here. Oops. Sorry, this will be actually from the 4th position. So 1, 2, 3, I'm starting from the 4th position here, and I want to go 3 positions over. So 1, 2, 3, it's gonna select that. So yeah, that is left, mid, and right. I left you guys an explanation here in case you want to read it. Yeah, and I left you guys a practice here. So separate each word. So separate endangered, species, and international into one cell. So I left you guys this here, and I left you here so you can practice. And the last formula is concatenate. So basically, this function has so this function is basically to join things that you have in different cells. So for example, if I want to put together the first name and last name into one cell, I will do this and then this, and it's gonna give me that. And I will just, if I just do this, it's gonna do the rest. It's gonna do the same for the rest of the rows. Now if you see here, this is there's no space here between John and Smith, and that is because in order to do that, you would have to do concatenate this and then comma, and then you add a space and then this, and that would give you John space Smith. If you want to do it with a dash, you simply replace the space with a dash and it will give you this. Okay, so I am going to delete this and I am going to leave you guys this as practice.